Shalom. Kohalo Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushua. Ba'ashem Rakakadash. For blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. and I seen this yesterday, this clip where this spirit of vengeance, you know, committed a heinous act on a train in Chicago. And one thing I've seen and come to know is that Jake out there in Chicago is out of his goddamn mind, man. But we living in the time of the Lord's judgment. And the judgment is going to be great and very vicious, especially for you women here in America. Because of your pride, because of your arrogancy, because of your wickedness, and because of all the things that you built up throughout the times against the men of your nation, how you destroyed the men of your nation, how you helped destroy the men of your nation, helped destroy the families of your nation. You got to get paid back for that. Right? Not just our women, but women abroad, women here in America. Period, man. Women here in America are very vile beasts, man. For the most part. For the most part. You do got some women out here that are doing their best. And I would tell you just to continue doing your best. And you know, keep doing your part. You know, not just being a good person, but doing what the Lord commanded you to do. Speaking about our women, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American women. But you women of the other nations, you proud as hell too, especially the Edomite woman. Right? So, you know, you had this Jake who pretty much lit a woman on fire, which you're going to see in the clip. And he got many run-ins with the law, you know, but you got these weird demonic niggas out here. Right? You got people like this all over America, man. Thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people who have this same type of spirit on them or can have this same type of spirit put on them. Right? Because everything is of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And the Lord said that these things were going to happen because of the pride of people here in America, especially you women, man. So let me get this real quick. This is Proverbs 16 and 18. It says, pride goeth before destruction, and a haughty spirit before a fall, man. And a lot of you women, you're about to fall because of your pride. Destruction is about to come unto you because of your pride. And it's it's going to be clear as day. So let's play this, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing, elect be edified. Shalom.
Breaking tonight, a suspect is now facing a federal terrorism charge in an attack on the CTA Blue Line.
Prosecutors say he's the man who randomly set a woman on fire earlier this week. Courtney Spinelli is at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse where he faced a judge this afternoon. Good evening, Courtney.
Good evening to you both, Ray and Lauren. It was quite an eventful hearing this afternoon. Even before Lawrence Reed walked into the courtroom, he was allegedly spitting on federal agents while he was being held in lockup. That erratic behavior continued during his hearing.
Today, the Chicago U.S. Attorney's Office filed a federal terrorism charge against Lawrence Reed.
U.S. Attorney Andrew Boutros and the head of ATF's Chicago Field Division, detailing graphic allegations laid out in a federal criminal complaint. The 50-year-old suspect was taken into custody Tuesday morning, allegedly making comments that included burn alive expletive.
A 26-year-old woman was deliberately set on fire by Lawrence Reed in an unprovoked attack.
Prosecutors say the victim was on her phone on a CTA Blue Line train approaching the Clark and Lake station when everything happened. Minding her business, Reed allegedly walked over and poured what prosecutors believe was gasoline all over her head and body. The victim allegedly trying to fight off Reed, who chased her in the moving train car. Surveillance video shows Reed then lit the bottle on fire before using that to light the victim on fire. The suspect allegedly watching as the victim frantically tried to put out the fire by rolling on the ground of the train car.
The surveillance video is difficult to watch and is very disturbing, as a young woman was set ablaze and tried to put herself out while other passengers got out of the way or watched.
It was at the Clark and Lake station where police found the victim critically injured after two Good Samaritans helped put out the flames on the platform. According to court documents, investigators say Reed used a gas pump to fill a bottle at a gas station about 20 minutes before the attack. In court Wednesday, Reed yelling over Judge Laura McNally continuously, saying he pleads guilty and will represent himself. McNally said, "When you walked in here, I presumed you to be innocent of these charges. I'm guilty," Reed responded.
Lawrence Reed had no business being on the streets, given his violent criminal history and his pending criminal cases.
And this is what, this is the Jake right here. But this is what this devil says, man. This is what he uses, like, and this is the agenda he tries to push and the narrative he tries to spin and say that Jake is the issue. He should have never been let out. He has a lengthy criminal history and he's known for violence and being evil and this and that. But half of these Jakes and a lot of these people that's bugged out in this society is because of you devils, man. Which don't take nothing from this wicked nigga right here. But Esau, you're gonna have to pay for this too. Because this is what you allow, man. This is what you allow. Right? This is the system that you wanted when you was on your way out, man. Because you got a short time. You had a short time, man. So you figure you're gonna take out however many, Jakes you can.
Its history spans decades, with arrests back to the mid-90s for domestic battery and battery on the public way. According to his record, he's been arrested 71 times and convicted 13 times in Cook County.
Damn, 71 times he's been locked up, man. Been arrested 71 times. Right? So if somebody's locked up 71 times and he just keeps getting out and keeps doing things, pretty much they want him to be put in the spirit world, man. They probably say, listen, it's only a matter of time. It's no renewing this dude. He's just gonna continue to become more and more evil. So just let the streets handle him.
County. He was on pretrial release for a battery case, accused of assaulting a hospital employee. Court records also show he pleaded guilty to arson in a 2020 case where he set fire at the Thompson Center.
Reed had plenty of second chances by the criminal justice system, and as a result, you have an innocent victim in the hospital fighting for her life.
Now, Reed is
And it's going to be bad for you women out here, man, because a lot of y'all don't have a covering, meaning a man. Right? You out here just, living a single life thinking that that's a safe life. But once this becomes a lawless society, because that's what we're headed to, once this becomes a lawless society, y'all going to be jumping to the first man that y'all see, man. And that man ain't going to want you. Right? And you're just going to be out here alone, having to fend for yourself. And you got men out here that are deranged and unhinged, just like this Jake. Worse. Pretty much put gasoline on there and lit on fire, man. No care. He has a history with arson. Try to burn down a building. Grown man. This Jake can't, I can give him in his 50s. Right? He looked like he in his 50s or late 40s. But definitely late 40s to 50s. just showing you that even the old heads is out of there, man. Their minds are out of there. So what you gonna do? What are you gonna do, man? For protection, what are you gonna do? Right? We've been telling you for the longest to get right. Right? Feminism got you fucked up. Right? This is Sirach chapter 39 and verse 28. It says, there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of their destruction, Salaki, in the time of destruction, they pour out their fears, their force, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Who made the spirits? Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So they appease Yahweh Shem Yahushua, meaning they satisfy their wrath and their anger. Who knows what this woman did, man? Right? But one thing I can tell you, that women are fucking out of their minds here in America, man. Right? So this was definitely a hit. Definitely a hit. Let's get First Esdras. First Esdras chapter 4, verse 37. It says, wine is wicked. The king is wicked. Women are wicked. All the children of men are wicked. And such are all their wicked works. And there is no truth in them. In their unrighteousness also they shall perish, man. So I don't know if this woman died or what, but she's going to have some serious burns. But it's going to be times where, you know, your women ain't going to escape, man. You're not going to escape. You know, it's not going to work out for you, man. It's not going to work out. So it's best bet that you get in line with the Heavenly Father. Because he told you, when you read Isaiah 32 and 9, rise up, ye women that are at ease, man. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Right? But you're going to remain careless because America got a hold on you. But America going to rip the rug from under you soon, man. And you're going to realize you don't have no protection. You're going to run into jakes like this. You're going to run into jakes like this. And they're not going to have no pity or no mercy on you, man. Right? Let's get this last one. This is Micah. You know where I'm going. Micah chapter 7 and verse 10. And you know, you'll have people say, they hate women. We don't hate women, man. We love women. We have wives. Right? But you women are going to be judged according to your ways. Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, because our women are our enemies, man. It's never been more clear. You got women saying how they want so-called white men to put so-called black men to death. They hate so-called black men. You got women, Jay can't even say good morning to them. They screw up their face at him. They disrespect him. They tell him he ain't worth shit. You're going to be paid back for that, man. Right? Because the one thing that the American woman can't do is keep her goddamn mouth shut, man. She has to be disrespectful, has to be unruly, has to be a damn harlot and show her ass, man. Right? And once again, not all women here in America are like that, man. But a great number. Me, I'd say 99.5% of the women here in America are unruly and fucking demons, man. And straight bitches. Salakia for the harsh language, but that's what it is. So this is speaking about them. This scripture is going into them. Let's read it again. And we're going to close out. Micah 7:10. Then she that is my enemy, the woman that I just described, she is our enemy. It says, shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which saith unto me, where is the Lord thy power? My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the street, man. You're going to be dust. You're going to be turned into powder, man. You're going to be lit on fire. You're going to get beat the hell up. You're going to get graped. You're going to get, everything under the sun that's vicious is going to be done to you because you can't keep your goddamn mouth shut. You don't know how to get in order. You won't get in order. You want to be rebellious. You don't want to listen. You want to be a demon. You want to be loose. You want to be free. So the Lord going to give you what you want, man. And the world don't revolve around you. So it don't come when you think when you think it's going to come. Oh, I'm ready now. I'm ready for it, man. I want to be protected. Come here I am. No, it don't work like that. So I'm gonna leave it there. Yahweh Shem Shah willing. The elect be edified. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. And to the next lesson. Shalom.
It's difficult to watch. It is very disturbing as a young woman was set ablaze and tried to put herself out while other passengers got out of the way or watched.
It was at the Clark and Lake station where police found the victim critically injured after two Good Samaritans helped put out the flames on the platform. According to court documents, investigators say Reed used a gas pump to fill a bottle at a gas station about 20 minutes before the attack. In court Wednesday, Reed yelling over Judge Laura McNally continuously, saying he pleads guilty and will represent himself. McNally said, when you walked in here, I presumed you to be innocent of these charges. I'm guilty, Reed responded.
Lawrence Reed had no business being on the streets given his violent criminal history and his pending criminal cases.
Reed's history spans decades, with arrests back to the mid-90s for domestic battery and battery on the public way. According to his record, he's been arrested 71 times and convicted 13 times in Cook County. He was on pretrial release for a battery case, accused of assaulting a hospital employee. Court records also show he pleaded guilty to arson in a 2020 case where he set fire at the Thompson Center.
Reed had plenty of second chances by the criminal justice system, and as a result, you have an innocent victim in the hospital fighting for her life.
Now, Reed is expected back here at 10 Friday morning for a hearing to determine whether he will remain in custody pending trial. We expect to learn much more as that happens. But for now, we will send it back to you live from the Dirksen Federal Courthouse. I'm Courtney Spinelli, WGN News.